Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, James. This calls for one of those. Moments. We got rocks last night. If you joined us yesterday, we said we were having a going away party here at the studio in North Kakalaki.
The North
James.
Kakalaki thing.
Yep.
We're doing that again.
In the
huh?
Kakalaki.
Okay.
And
Not
you're
loving
probably
it,
wondering to yourself, hey, Ross, weren't you in those clothes yesterday? Goddamn right I was.
Why?
Slept in them. We got Nikita Khrushchev last night. People got rocked last night.
Yeah.
Whew. I was not expecting any of that. Shout out to everybody who tuned into that live show yesterday
And
last
came
night.
in person, yes.
Dan was rocked on that show. He was in
well,
rare form.
I mean, I wouldn't, you're in a glass house in this situation, but yeah. Like, definitely we were all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if we could really point any real fingers at anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe me and Tiffany, but
Yeah,
everyone else.
Yeah.
can't-
I want to give a huge thanks to Instill Distilling Company. I'm wearing their hat today. This hat is dope as fuck, man.
Did he leave it here or did he give
He
it
gave
to
it
you?
to me. Yeah, he gave it to me
I
as,
love
a,
it.
as a little present.
Aw.
Huge fan of Eric Tansey. We're Tansey fans up in this piece. And if you get a chance to go to Clayton, North Carolina, his distillery, his rum distillery is awesome. Everybody hangs out and parties there all the time. He brought a bunch of rum last night and made
Sure.
drinks for everyone. The rum is so good you don't taste it. And
It's
that
a
was
problem.
to start off the night, not even night, afternoon. I think we went live at like 6:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So everybody was drinking right around 6:30 p.m. last night, rum. And these rum concoctions he was making, which were fantastic. However, since you couldn't really taste how much was in there, people went down hard. Probably right around the 7:30 areas where I looked over at Dan and he was fading.
It was bye-bye. Yeah.
It was bye-bye for everybody. And
It was a nice.
Yeah. So
Just go a little nice.
it's
Um,
it turned ugly after that.
I mean, it actually didn't get ugly. I mean, it was like everyone had a really good time.
No, we had a great time. But when I'm
it
saying,
got messy.
when I'm saying
There was some puke places, but
there was at one point 3 different people throwing up inside the office at the exact same time.
in different places. So
Yes.
like the 2 bathrooms, and then someone took the sink,
Yeah.
oven.
Will you shut that door, Alec? So there was, let's see, there was a gentleman throwing up in the sink.
Yes.
In the kitchen where we
Yes.
were all partying. And
Fun
then,
guy. Liked him.
He's a great guy.
Great guy. Liked him. He was
He's
fun.
the best. He's the best.
He's the best.
I love the guy. Professional. Threw up in the sink and then he
Sure.
started drinking again.
Right.
I had no issue with that, right?
Right.
Even used the it was
Garbage disposal.
the garbage disposal one, and then we had this like detachable hose or whatever that
oh, yeah. And cleared it all out.
cleared it all out, and then cleared his mouth out too.
Oh, good for him.
So, yeah, so was able to talk to people, which was nice. Tiffers,
That's
your
a real
co-host
bro.
on Drinkin Broettes,
She was a gymnast.
in her
she-
former life, or
I guess just last night, you know, she,
it's something you
I
can just
think
pick up.
It's something you just pick up. If you
Yeah.
have the courage, I think at one point Dan told her to do a backflip, and it took her a second to realize that she would kill herself, right? But
Right.
like was about to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
squaring up,
Yeah, yeah.
and it had to be like, no, you're going to die. I don't really remember much after our live show, which we're not really sure if we're going to air.
You should
but
air it.
what do we call it? I
A
mean,
show full of regrets on Drinkin Broettes.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do it. A
And
show
he
full
rhymed.
of regrets. There you go. Boom.
and he rhymed it.
You're welcome. But she was throwing up in one of the bathrooms.
Yeah, but that was a professional move too. It was just like puke,
Correct. Yeah,
whatever.
because we have like 3 bathrooms in this place.
Yeah.
It's a big studio. It's like 4,000 square feet.
Yeah.
She was thrown up in one of the bathrooms, and then somebody started to puke, had it in their hands, and then ran out the door. So they were outside puking.
Good.
So it was fine on that one.
Fun.
There was some tears last night.
Yeah.
We had a lady crying here last night.
There was a couple. Tears. Yeah.
Who else was crying? A dude?
No, I think it was just sort of like, when girls start talking about leaving, it sort of comes up a little bit, and then you're like, no, I told myself I'm not gonna cry.
Yeah.
So just stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Some emotional, really good conversations.
I think. Well, can I circle back to the somebody with tears? I'm positive at this point she was having sex with someone, and the tears were over that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Someone in the office, and I was just like, oh, all right, cool, man. Yeah.
That was the
hot topic
Giorgio,
here. Can we get a
obviously.
show of hands here from Alec and Giorgio, please? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So they
With all of them?
no.
Oh.
No, that would be great. I'm sure both of them would take that, but it's somebody else in
This
particular.
is way too insider.
It is, but
It's way too insider.
But
for
here's
this.
it's not, and I'll tell you why. So we all knew, and we had all assumed, I guess, for probably a year that this was probably going down. When you have these office type events and going away parties, people start getting fucked up. It really is kind of like The Office, where it's like there's going to be somebody pulling their tits out or somebody else, and you find out about relationships that you never knew, where you were like, oh, have they been fucking? Like they have been fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it really is like any other office party where you're like, just because we do crazy shit all goddamn day long for a living, you do find out where you're like, oh, I didn't know the two of them were banging, and it's just like any other office party, I'm sure it's staples.
You found anything out.
I do.
I think you're a little truly girl. You're telling tales out of school, and I don't think you found anything out.
I am a little truly girl.
I wish you did.
I am a little truly girl, and
and you're living in a truly world, and I'm just not really sure how.
No. I saw some people hugging and tears and all this shit, and I was like, man, that's way too emotional for something like this. And by the way, go to Instagram, hit up Truly, and just tag at STJames. Tell them I'm a little fucking Truly girl. Try to get them as a sponsor, and they didn't believe me. They didn't believe my love of Truly.
Really?
Yeah. Tag them. Just say, hey, dude, sponsor at STJames.
We were drinking last night.
Yeah, dude, I'm a little fucking Truly
over.
girl. I'm a little Truly girl. Let them know. And then hammer the like button right now if you're watching on YouTube, so we can beat this fucking shadow ban algorithm. When I saw the tears in the couples, and I saw them coupled up, like it was like Jim and Pam, where you were like,
but you're like rooting for them.
Pop up a Jim and Pam. I actually was.
Yeah.
I actually was in this one, and neither of them would admit. I think they're both in other things, and whatever.
Oh my gosh, you're being so.
No, nobody knows. There's a lot of people that work here. There was a lot of people that were here last night. Okay. So you have no fucking idea.
That's true. Nobody knows who it is.
Yeah, nobody knows who this is. Anyways, I think we figured that out last night. Somebody tried to rip the stop sign out of the ground in front of our place.
Sorry.
They lost. They lost that battle.
They lost that fight. Yeah.
They lost that fight with a stop sign,
yeah.
And there was some blood. Some blood was shed. It's harder than you think to rip a stop sign out of the ground. And I'm telling you this from experience. I'm not even making fun of whoever that was last night, but I tried to do it back in the day as well. It's a no-sum game.
It's a very deep hole with concrete. But yeah.
I don't even know if I'm saying that phrase correctly. No-sum game, but I feel like I am.
Yeah.
Soup's hungover. Wish I could go to Soup's plantation, but they're bankrupt, so won't be able to have that in my life anymore.
Did you get yourself a coffee?
I did. Went to the elusive Port City Java.
Oh, you did.
I did,
you? Is mine
tastes like shit.
Is mine just over there?
Here's the thing. It tastes like shit. I'm gonna be honest. It tastes like shit.
Well, let me try it.
Yeah, give it a go. It's for real. If you like this, congratulations.
I was just looking for mine that you brought me. That's all.
I'm okay to throw them under the bus because it tastes awful. Yeah. How's that going down right now? How's that going down your gullet?
Is there coffee in here?
Exactly.
It's like syrup and ice?
It's fucking weird, man. It was a...
Oh, Port City. You know what they have? The food is good, right?
Food is good.
If you get a hot, coffee.
Coffee's fucking running through me like a Kenyan marathon runner at the Boston Marathon. But,
That's so fun, and I love that for you.
But last night's back to that. After the stop sign incident and the blood, and we had to get some rags and all that other stuff.
Was there blood?
Yeah. Homeboy was bleeding. He was fine. He's fine, but again, you can't take on a stop sign like that. Can't. And
a lot of courage last night.
A lot of courage.
A lot of liquid
courage.
A lot of liquid courage.
I want to say that I fell in love with one of your best friends last night, finally. And I understand it.
Okay. That doesn't sound good.
It is. It is good. It was Maddie last night. She really showed herself last night. I was watching this foosball thing on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
We have a foosball thing in here that we play with the kids when the kids come over and all that shit. Everybody always plays foosball. And so she looked at me last night and was just like, hey, man, you want to play some foosball? I was like, oh, yeah. And she's like, you any good? I was like, well,
You're
I'm
hello.
playing you, so I'll probably destroy you. And
you're such an asshole.
Whatever,
Go ahead.
Right?
I can't believe she continues to even talk to you.
In
Go
a
ahead.
joking way, I'd said this to her.
No,
right?
I know, but it's a lot.
And I'm friends with her husband, and he started dying laughing. But they had a secret that I didn't know. And so that's why I found out later that's why he was laughing. She is fucking great at foosball.
Really? It's one of those things. Yep.
Where she absolutely rocked me. So, like, I go down 5-0. Like, I'm down by 5, and I was like, oh, shit. I mean, she is crushing balls like fucking a foosball Pele.
I love it.
And I was like,
love
I mean,
to see it.
It was like a professional foosball player. And I was like, oh my God. So I finally had to start like really concentrate and step up my game. And you and I had talked about this regarding this other show that I'm doing, this TV show that I'm doing. And it dawned on me what happens when you get into a competition with somebody and it becomes serious, right? And this happened in the Post Malone thing when Post Malone and I were playing beer pong, where there is a switch where you're like, we're actually doing this for real and we fucking care.
Yeah.
That was that switch last night, and we didn't have any conversation except for screaming at the thing. And I came back. She still won, I think, by 2 or 3. And I walked away a champion after that. And I was like, so I screamed out to the party. I said, I will give anyone $100 right now if you can beat Maddie in foosball. Yeah. Because people were making fun of me. They're like, dude, I can't believe you just got smoked by that girl. And I was like, I'll give anybody $100 in here who can beat her in foosball.
I love it.
She beat everyone, including her husband.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
he knows.
So anyway, she's like, hey, when you leave, can I buy this? What are you going to do with this foosball table? Can I buy it off you? And I was like, well, I'll tell you what, since you won, I'll just gift it to you. Like, you can just have it, right? Just come over and get it when we move out of here. Yeah. And she was like, no, I want to give you some money for it. And I was like, no, you won. You're a champion, and I'm going to give you this. And then next time we're in town, I will play you again on this very same foosball table.
Oh, my
and I'll
God.
try to regain my pride, and you can have the fucking table. But yeah, I understand the friendship with Maddie now. She's slyly cool on the inside, where you're just like, all right, great.
She's the coolest. Are you kidding?
I can never tell because she's been friends with us for years. And she worked on Range 15.
She worked on Helen Keller.
She's great. She's awesome. The one thing though is she's like 100-year-old lady where it's like she would go to sleep at like 7:00, and we would point out she would point out places on the road in California and be like, oh, I wish I could live there. And it was like some shack off the side of the road with like, it had like 9 acres or something.
Let me explain this girl and you tell me if she's cool. She rides motorcycles.
Yes.
She does hair.
Yep.
She wants to live in the country on land just with her husband and like.
Here's the part I can't
likes
separate.
Cool shit.
She does all of that, which is awesome. It just does not make sense that at 7:00 she shuts down. And it becomes a 100-year-old woman. No, she'll tell you that openly. She's just like, oh, man.
It's not 7.
I don't even need a television. I'll just read a book at 7 and go to sleep.
It's perfect for me. I know. I don't have a TV in the bed. I can't. It's perfect for me because I'll be like, do you want to meet for dinner? I'm like, is it okay if we meet at like 5:36? Like, that's my time. And she's like, hell yeah, dude. Like, everyone else is like, if they don't have kids, they're like, can we eat at 9? And you're like, no, because I'll be asleep. Also, your kids don't
put that picture up, by the way.
Your kids like to remind you. Yeah. So She's the best. She's the coolest. She has tattoos. She's like gorgeous. Her hair is awesome. She wears cool hats. Like, I just love her. She's the best.
I told her last night, her and her
She's the
husband, I go.
Oh, and her husband's awesome. Like, they're just fucking cool.
He's great. And so what I said to both of them, I was like, you guys already look like you live in Austin already. I was like, you don't even have to change your clothes. Like,
well, she's like, I kept telling him about Austin, and she was like, keep talking. Because I was just like, not the city, a little bit outside, dripping, where all the breweries are, whatever. But she was like, keep talking.
Yeah, look at that. Look at those guys. They're wearing gloves, these professional foosball players, which I get after last night. I get a couple calluses from that game last night.
Sure.
When you're gripping and ripping like that, it takes a lot out of you, the old foosball.
Yeah.
Speaking of foosball, your girl, who was getting handsy with everybody for the last 30 years with Jeffrey Epstein, finally got arrested.
Yeah.
Ghislaine.
I would like to show the clip. I know we can't, but the clip of, we were even in the other studio when this first thing came out. I go, the only person I want to talk to is this girl. This weird Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
And I even said that first time when it came out, I was like, I'm not really sure. His case is closed.
Yeah.
You can still talk to this girl. Why are we not fucking talking to her?
Right.
She was right there in the room.
She was
doing all the things with him.
Everything. So they dated for a little bit. She became his right-hand man or woman. Because here's the thing. In a sitch like this where you're trying to get girls to have sex with you, right? From all over the world. You need a hot woman with you to talk to these girls. And then they don't feel like that's with all of them. Girls Gone Wild. All these fucking porns that you see. There's usually a girl off camera to make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, cool, man. I guess if there's a girl here, I'll get in a threesome or whatever it is.
Yeah.
This girl did everything. She fucking groomed all these women, found all these young girls from all over the world, and also posed as Jeffrey Epstein's de facto girlfriend or wife or fiance at all of these events.
Yeah.
So therefore, when you start to get in a swingers type sitch like that, you need somebody else who's with you that's down. So it's like, all right, cool. Hey man, I want to fuck your wife. And it's like, well, can I fuck yours? And it's like, yeah, cool. That's how that relationship works. And then you're able to have orgies and all that other shit.
Yeah.
She knows everything about Jeffrey Epstein. Her above everyone else in this world. If you're looking to sit down and get all of the facts about Jeffrey Epstein, is this woman. Why she wasn't arrested immediately is fucking beyond me. Because they've got pictures of her in Santa Monica, what was it, 6 or 7 months ago?
Yeah.
They knew where she was, and then she disappeared. So here's what I found curious. 2 weeks ago, a story pops up, and I couldn't confirm it, so I didn't want to talk about it or speculate it on the show, but they were like, oh, she's been hanging off the coast of New Zealand or something in a yacht by some
at the island, right?
Rich guy, whatever. Not at the island. No.
Okay.
It was in a different country. And I was like, all right, if you knew this, why isn't this woman getting arrested? Well, they got her. They got her today. And if she is able to get on the stand and testify against all this shit, it is over for everyone. She knows everything about everyone. If a body disappears or if she disappears, it will not be surprising at all. She's got everything on Bill Clinton. She's got everything on every single person, powerful person you could possibly imagine. If she starts talking, even on tapes, let's say they arrest her and they get that fucking deposition of whatever is going to happen in case they're worried she's going to get off somewhere. Those tapes will be invaluable. If I were her and you're going to prison and all this shit, I would call one of these publishers because I've heard behind the scenes every single publisher is trying to get her story and these life rights and get it down immediately. Send somebody in the jail to start transcribing these memoirs ASAP before she gets fucking murked or she kills herself magically or whatever's going to happen.
Sure, she gets suicided.
This would be one of the biggest memoirs of all time. I think for her, personally, I think she would probably get in the neighborhood, as far as an advance goes, a book advance, somewhere between $10 and $15 million for this because she knows everything about every famous person on the planet. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited they got her. I'm excited. We might get to hear what really went on and all these fucking people get exposed who are part of this child sex ring.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to hear it.
Why is that? You think she's going to keep her beak closed?
The thing with Jeffrey Epstein, even before this, they made all these deals and closed these cases out with smaller charges in order to get things either expunged or completely not able to prosecute, whatever. I know that's what they did with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know if she was part of that, but I'm guessing that must have had something to do with why she wasn't arrested, because everything that you would get her on has already been taken to court in a smaller charge because they were the richest, most powerful people, and then got it, totally sealed.
Okay.
So there's a lot of these even victims that like nothing will even be able to happen even when he was alive because he already pleaded smaller, got it sealed. So I'm not sure what it's ultimately going to be, but I'm guessing you're not going to hear for whatever reason.
Yeah. I'll pull up a picture of her when she was younger, a little bit younger with Epstein.
I think she's hot.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, she's hot.
And she co-signed, and she was the like sociable one when he was actually kind of weird and awkward, and she needed to be there in order for people to like even do business with him.
Absolutely. That's her younger when they were really fucking getting down. Sure. And dude, you have a fucking cute woman like that who's able to talk to these people and get these other couples.
British accent,
and these
very
swingers type
likable.
shit.
Everybody loved her.
Down for whatever, sexually. Legend. I want to read the book. Like I am all in on this fucking book. I hope these stories come out. What's your gut feeling? She says nothing at all?
I think she says nothing at all. I think she keeps herself maybe out of prison and doesn't say anything. Or she makes some deal that if she tells everything, I'm not really sure, but I don't see you getting all these answers that you want. I don't see there's way too many powerful people, the people that are in charge of her arrest, of her case. There are too you just don't win that. You don't win against that. You just don't.
Here's the frustrating part to me, right? Is it would expose all this shit because all of the Alex Jones got buried for this. He's railed about it for years about the Lolita plane and the fucking sex ring and all that shit and the pedophiles within politicians. All that shit is true. She has the answers to it. She is the fucking keys to unlocking that and exposing everyone across the board. It's sick and fucked up what they were doing.
Yeah.
It needs to be exposed is the problem. Like, otherwise, this is going to keep going on. Like, some of the biggest sex traffickers, and we had a guy on Drinkin Bros who works in that field behind the scenes for the feds and all that shit, and he talked about it. He was like, dude, the number of politicians alone who are fucking underage girls and boys, it's so astounding it would shock your mind. And he goes, they pay top dollar all of these events for all of this shit. Everybody knows behind the scenes, but you just can't pin them down.
Right.
Because they're too fucking powerful. You finally have the one person who could expose all of it. I mean, I'm talking royalty. She knows all about Prince Andrew and all those motherfuckers. It would be great if they were able to pull that out of her. And if I'm the feds and I have her, I say, look, I will give you immunity. I will give you no jail time whatsoever. And we'll put you on an island or wherever the fuck you want to go and pay for all of this. Please give us the biggest story of the last 50 years. Because I think, really thinking about this morning when I saw she got arrested, I think besides JFK getting assassinated, because we didn't know and, there's still, hey man, did the FBI do this or whatever, right? I think the most interesting story that would bring down all of the most powerful people in the entire world is this fucking woman in this story with Epstein, because it's going to tie the Clintons together. It's going to tie royalty together. I mean, you're looking at presidents, movie stars, athlete, like everyone across the board for the last 30 years, essentially, because Epstein was rocking it in like the 90s. Like you're looking at 30 years worth of shit.
Right.
And she was with him side by side throughout all of this. it would be the most unbelievably fascinating / disgusting stories you would hear, and it would bring an end to a lot of shit that goes on. And like, for a time where everybody's taking to the streets protesting, saying we don't want police, we don't want fucking governments, and politics sucks, the president sucks, and all that shit. If you're gonna blow up this system, let's blow up the rest of it. She's got everything on every politician for the last 30 years. Let's really fucking go and nuke it.
And I love that world that you're living in. It's just not the one that we live in.
I understand that, by the way.
And I love that. I love that. But it would really be...
I'm giving you my vision board that's above my computer.
I think if you knew... Yeah, I think...
I'm not giving you what I think is going to happen.
Right,
so
I think a whole system may collapse if you find out from how far-reaching... I think
at some point, though, it does need to collapse. And I think it started with Trump getting elected, where we truly, and I don't know if you feel like this, but I truly feel like after Trump got in there, part of my fascination with Trump and voting for Trump and all that other stuff was seeing what it would be like if a non-politician got in there and just kind of said, fuck you to everything. Over the last few years, as all of this is going down and all these people are coming out and writing books, that John Bolton book that we talked about sold 780,000 copies first week. That is mind-altering. I think Michelle Obama sold 1 million. What the fuck? Yeah. Everybody in there is just keeping jobs, writing down notes, trying to get out of there, get a gigantic book deal, and get rich. That's it. Trump is now down to his family members, from what I heard.
Right.
Like, man, I got about 4 people in this motherfucker that I can trust. It's Ivanka, it's Eric, and it's Jared Kushner, and that's all I'm kind of down with. The rest of these people just want a job for a little bit, get what they can, get fired, and get out of there and write a book. And I think he's kind of exposing what that world is now, right? With this election coming up, the Democrats in particular, you put a candidate in there, and Joe Biden, that has dementia. I'm not saying this is a joke at all, so please don't take it like that. He genuinely has some form of dementia, and he is being hidden somewhere, and people are giving speeches for him. That is who you were trying to elect as the president of the United States, against a guy who's a non-politician who came off The Apprentice.
Right.
That's the two people, right? So if you can show... And clearly, like, I looked at the job report this morning. The job report's numbers are back, and it's like somehow Trump is managing to do this shit where you're just like, fucking A, man. Yes, we can have a non-politician in there. The Democrats clearly think you can have somebody with dementia in there, that office is so unimportant, that it's too big to fail, that you're willing to put somebody with full-blown dementia in there, and it doesn't matter. I think all of that, if we're there at this point in our world, let's blow up the rest of these fucking politicians as well. Let's expose that, tear down the entire system, and say, fuck it. She could do that. I am with you, though, on all of this. She will not.
She will not. Something will happen. No matter how much we all put out the memes about Epstein not killing himself, that was it.
Yeah.
We're just cool with that.
Oh. So,
it's
crazy, though.
Something's going to happen.
It's absolutely fucking crazy. And
or she's going to tell everything, and the whoever is not gonna put it out.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's too much for our little tiny brains to handle.
Because what if she had something on Trump? Then it'll never. That'll. I don't
guess she probably does, except for that he, Epstein hangs out.
He's so rich,
there.
And every politician and movie star and all that shit, like movie studios, Weinstein, all these guys, they need money to finance everything they do. You need money to finance movies, to pay for all their fucking lifestyle. Politicians need money to run. There is, behind all of the guys, there's people funneling money in. We had Alex Scarlatos on the show. It was a friend of mine, the Paris train attack hero. Clint Eastwood made a movie with him, starring him, about his life and his book. He came on to talk about running for Congress, which he is, and he's got a lead in his district right now in Oregon, and he could very well get in there. It's fucking awesome. That's right? Great. Before we did the interview, and he's a friend, he was like, "Hey man, I hate to do this to you. Can you just do a quick interview with my campaign manager?" And I was like, "Really? You got a campaign manager and all that shit?" He goes, yeah. So I talked to the campaign manager because I totally understand and I get it, right? But I was shocked that I was like, that he would need one or whatever. And I talked to the
Everybody
campaign.
needs one.
Yes, they do. And like, but here's the thing. So I talked to him and he's like, hey man, if we could not go like completely, off the rails with like, Anne Frank and all this other shit. I was like, totally get it. He's running. And I was like, we want him to win. So like, I have no problem keeping it in like a serious interview. And I understand it. He goes, thanks, man. He goes, there's a lot of people with money who are spending money hoping he wins. And I was like, no shit. And he goes, yeah, man. And he goes, that's kind of how this works. Like you have to get your name out there and get all this, press and interviews and all this other stuff. And I was like, man, even at a small level where you're running for a district for a tiny town in Oregon that I don't know. I don't even know. I think he said it was like District 9. I could have just made that up because that's the name of a movie.
Oh my gosh, I love District 9.
Huge fan. Love District 8 and 7 as well. 6 was weird, but anyways.
District 9 for real is good though.
I'll take your word for it. Either way.
It's the robot one.
It's the robot one.
So good.
Was it?
Yeah, it's so good.
All right.
It was revolutionary at the time. Oh, yes.
No, of course. Either way. When I talked to him about this, in this tiny district in Oregon, there is 4 people behind the scenes that are getting money and raising and campaigning and all this shit. I'm like, fuck, man. Think of how many districts in every single state. And it's like all of this, you need money to get to where you are in some form of fashion to win office and all that other shit. When you really tie it all together, man, that is a lot of money going to all of these candidates on both sides. And there's going to be losers. Somebody's just throwing millions of dollars away, whoever loses their races. And you're like, fuck, man. And I understand it. I really do. But therefore, Epstein is probably behind a lot of these fucking candidates. The guy had billions of dollars.
Yeah.
The Koch brothers, famously for the Republican side, these 2 fucking old ass brothers from, what were they, Indiana, I believe. It's Koch. Yeah, one of them just died last year. These motherfuckers, no E on the end of that. There you go. Yeah, they're from Kansas. These fucking guys have been financing the Republicans for 50 years. Billions of dollars. I don't know where they got their money from. Koch Industries, whatever that is. It's not Coke like Coca-Cola. But regardless.
I always thought it was.
Yeah. Maybe it is. Who knows?
I thought they were the Koch brothers.
No, it's definitely not. But
I'm dumb. So
they've been funding people for years and years and years. George Soros has been funding the Democratic Party for years and years and years, and other countries and presidents around the world. You gonna tell me that motherfucker's not involved in this shit too? He's in. She knows all of it. Ugh. I'd just love to get those stories, man. It's the best one right now. It's the best one who would have the best stories of all time.
I know.
We're not going to get to hear it, are we, Japes?
We aren't. Why don't you ask your friend Alex if you're going to get to hear it. But anyway.
Alex Jones? So we will. So you and I were at dinner. I'll tell the audiences. Who cares? I'm in one of those states where I'm like, let's go ham today. It's the last.
I just want to say, District 9 is aliens forced to live in the slums of South Africa, not robots.
Oh, okay, great.
But it was very robot-like, right? Yeah.
It's all the fucking same now.
Thank
everything
you.
looks like
Thank
Iron
you,
Man
Brian
robots
English.
and whatever, man.
Saw it in the theater. Oh, it was so fun. Remember we would go to the theater? Carry on.
Yeah. So Alex Jones hit me up 2 weeks ago when we were at dinner.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, I'd love to come on the show. I want to talk about all this stuff or whatever. And I was like, great. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, hey, man, ironically enough, because he lives in Austin too, I was like, look, I'll just be there. So I was like, we can do a show and we can do everything else. And I was like, let's try to pull it out a little closer to the election. I was not expecting this to happen today, but holy shit. Would he be able to unload on this and tell us everything about it? And it'll be great. It'll be a fucking awesome show. I'm sure YouTube's going to be real psyched about it when we air it. But
sure, they're going to just...
Whatevers.
The numbers are doing well. I wonder if we should...
Who knows? I have no idea.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We just take ourselves right back down.
It's the shy cons.
Right
the
when
shy
we're
cons.
like getting somewhere.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Pop that up. That's our video. That's funny that's the number 2 thing on Alex Jones is our video that we did with him. I think that's over. I think that clip though is over like 200,000 views on our channel. Yeah. It's the shy coms and the Clintons.
I love him.
Love him.
I mean, I don't like love him, but
as an entertainer,
he is a character.
Again, as an entertainer,
he's fascinating.
Yes. Endlessly
How about that?
fascinating.
He's
He
intriguing.
said some fucked up shit. Absolutely. And I'm not going to fucking protect him for that. But as an entertainer, the guy's unbelievably entertaining. And I can tell you, he's got some info on all this shit. Pop that picture up right there. Is that up of Alex Jones? Yeah.
I love it.
Here's
this
what
is what I'm talking about.
Dude, he does shit like this, and it's hilarious. Like, the best guy you could have at a dinner party of all time. For real. Imagine him on, like, 3 shots of fucking bourbon. Just 3.
I'm thinking about him with, like, maybe, like, our neighborhood friends, like, sitting at a dinner. Like,
Not that.
Yeah, not that.
I'm talking about your dream. Everybody asks this question. Who's 4 people you want to have dinner with, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Alive or dead or whatever. You can fucking throw him in the top 4 every time, dude. The stories.
Mine would just be 2. I'm just going to parent trap Anthony Bourdain and Guy Fieri.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Parent trap them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Invite them both individually and not let the other one know that they're there and be guys, you have more in common than you don't. You know what I mean?
There's the Shy Coms. The Clintons. The Clintons are out there. They're controlling everything. Great guy. Great guy. Behind the scenes.
So,
anyways,
he is
so
behind the
we'll
scenes
get
very
him
nice.
on in, like, you know, again, when we're in Austin, we'll just go down. We usually shoot at his studio, and we'll get on and get the fucking real story on this shit, and it'll be absolute gold, and I can't wait for it. But that'll be fun. And you know, I read this when I woke up this morning, and I was like, have we reached peak 2020 yet with this? Not even close, kids. Not even fucking close. Somebody's got a video of an eagle ripping a shark out of the ocean. I want to play that right now. And I was like, I'm all done. We're all done with 2020.
Wait, what? An eagle?
An eagle grabbed a shark out of the ocean. Can you, play this right now. You can put it up on my side. Look at this fucking thing. A full baby shark. An eagle ripped it out of the ocean.
That's fake.
No, that is real. That happened yesterday. So this is going around right now today, and they're like, this is exactly how Sharknado started. Imagine if there was a tornado. Oh, yeah, look at that.
He's going to get out.
Imagine you're playing with your kids on the beach, you're making sandcastles, and an eagle flies over with a shark
and
in
you're
its
just
mouth.
waiting for it to drop.
You're waiting. It's going to drop somewhere. That fucking thing has got to be heavy.
Just right on your tailgate tent.
Is that amazing or what? Because what they do is take it back to their nest, and it's like, all right, sweet, that's my fish for the day. Nope, it's a goddamn shark. Imagine if we had footage of that shark fighting that eagle inside the nest. Boy, forget about it. I would say that's more important than the Zapruder film, you know?
The what?
The Zapruder film, the guy who shot the JFK assassination. Like, look at that. There it is. Let's see that freeze frame right there. I like now that I was doing an Alex Jones impression, I'm starting to talk like him now. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. These eagles were sent in from China, and they're going to be grabbing sharks out of the ocean and dropping them all over America. That's the next step. COVID's not enough. We got to get a fucking eagle ripping sharks out and dropping them into major cities. Right now, I got confirmation there's 7 eagles right now with sharks in their talons, and they're dropping them over Chaz right now. The citizens of Chaz are going to have sharks, and they're going after the police. This is why we can't defund them.
Oh my gosh, you're getting like red and everything like him.
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome for everything that I'm giving you today. When I saw this, I was like, well, what else is going to happen? Because we're not done.
Right.
We're not even close. Today is July 2nd. We are not even, we're barely 2 days into the next half of 2020. We're seeing eagles with sharks right now.
There's also bats the size of humans.
We're done. I'm expecting 32 hurricanes this year.
Can you look up human-sized bat?
Yeah, look up human-sized bat. I saw that. I don't know if that's real or not. I saw that 2 days ago. It's
real in my nightmares. So as far as it was the creepiest.
There it is. Pop that up on screen.
I don't know.
Look at
if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be there, wherever that is, right?
Yeah. What's that?
He's the expert this shit.
What do you mean? You think it's real or false?
It could be Photoshopped, but that looks fake. That's gotta be.
I don't know.
Okay.
Is it up on screen right now? It is, yeah. Look, if you're watching on YouTube right now, Tell us if you
Let
think
us
this is real or
know.
fake. I don't know. It looks fake.
Now, what about this one? That's terrifying.
Oh, she's holding it. Look at that.
No.
It says, do you know that bats are the size of a small child and they exist?
Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I had no
Now
idea.
You do.
So I saw this picture, by the way, that you're talking about. I thought it was fake. So I just kind of, I thought this was
I
like
didn't
the
know if it was
Sun.
fake or not.
Sun
But
magazine,
it's
you know?
still, yeah, the
Bat
World
Boy.
News Daily.
Bat Boy found
yeah.
in cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was fake or not, but I knew that it was terrifying. Like just the thought of it, me thinking about it, seeing that picture, like I got like I was very like,
Sure.
oh God. Yeah. Just thinking, because bats anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Bobby-
are disgusting.
We have a listener on the road, and Bobby G says 209 days until 2021. No, that's not how that works. There's 362 days in the year. That would mean that we have 418 days. So you should probably go back and do some math on that. You just added like another 3 months. Jesus Christ, my man.
Really?
Yeah. Just, if you're just going to throw out random numbers, just, 68 days until 2021. Happy birthday. What are you on, the
Is that
Chinese
right?
calendar? Are you on a Chinese calendar?
So this is a real animal here.
It's a real animal. All right. So we've got confirmation that it's a real animal.
Well, yes, there's a flying fox. Technically a bat. It's a
Shoot those things with bullets right in the face.
Flying fox.
A flying fox.
giant golden crown flying fox. That's a real animal.
What did the fox say? There you go.
Right
Now-
back
now
at
we're
me.
even. Now
Yep.
we're even from
Use my own joke against me.
the other
Not
day.
like I'm used to that.
Oh, these fucking things, man. Yes, they're huge. I don't want to see these things.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah, looking right at you.
Hey, what are you doing,
Oh
Jesse?
my God.
Hey, what are you doing, Jesse? Hey, what are you doing later? You want to go have a marg? You want to have a margarita?
Human-sized bats? Forget it, dude. Yeah, so the rest of 2020,
Flying foxes, yeah.
here's what I'm predicting. No sports, that'll be canceled. 32 hurricanes, 968 tornadoes, and then we're probably going to have one of those typhoons that only happens in Japan and the Gulf Coast just to do it, of like, hey, congratulations, here's a new storm and a new fuckery. This year, man, has been a real kick to the ding-ding, hasn't it?
It's been a real kick to the ding-ding.
Phew.
You know what's
God,
fun
man.
is getting your kids vaccinated hungover at 8 a.m. Just throwing it out there.
Yeesh, Javes. Why?
And they have to like take your temperature, and I was like sweating, right? Hungover. I'm like, I'm gonna show up
Yeah.
with a fever.
And they think you've got coronavirus. Yeah, and you're
They're like,
bringing
you
your
look
kids in.
awful. Are you okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, just mom of the year.
Drinking,
Mom of the year.
throwing up.
Throwing up. Yeah, I threw up this morning just for like good measure. I didn't really need to, but like I just thought, why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you did. Just throwing up, dude. Throwing up on the motherfucking
It's the way.
Thursday.
On a motherfucking Thursday.
Proud
yeah.
of you, James. Proud of you.
Thanks,
I
thanks.
know you could probably use a nice nap in a ghost bed from ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros.
Not going to get one, but yeah, for sure.
30% off the bundle packages for the 4th of July. Now is the time. Here's why that's a 36-month pay-as-you-go program with no interest is good with this deal. So if you're looking to get a bundle package, an adjustable base, the mattress, the pillows, the sheets, all that shit, 30% off. And then if you use that deal, dude, it's a $1,400 savings. Fuck me. I don't know how they're still in business. I love that they are, but holy
Right.
shit. This company's got more deals than ever. It's my favorite. Alec, I'm going to need you to stop showing me pictures of bats out of the corner of my eye. I physically
We
can't
really
stomach
need
it one
that
more
off.
time.
Yeah.
That goddamn thing. You'd have to get a Cal King from ghostbed.com for one of those bats to lie down in.
Flying
Go to
fox.
ghostbed.com today /Drinkin Bros and get yourself a mattress. 2 free pillows if you're just getting a mattress. No bigs. That 30% bundle package, though, is the best in the biz for 4th of July. Amped about it, brother. Go get it. Go get it. Next up, we got Strikeforceenergy.com, Jabes.
Boom, 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 boom. Shablanka.
No carbs, no sugars, but a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
A
No
lot of
problems.
fun.
No
Yep.
problems.
No
right?
problemos.
Yeah. carbs, no
4
sugars, no
amazing flavors.
problems.
I get the grape. I like grape for everything. People say that I'm white trash for that. I love the
So
grape
does your
Killed with
6-year-old
CBD.
son, but anyway.
Everybody should like grape the best.
Purple.
Yeah, purple drank. You name it. I like the
You
purple.
name it, you like it.
I like the grape in my mouth because I'm a little baby, all jacked up on Strikeforce. No gluten in this. If you give a shit about that, if you have turned in your gender, you'll care about that. For the rest of you folk, last longer than 5-hour energy. Daddy's all hot turning up every day. Living my life and I'm a logger.
They know.
I'm a little log man chopping down wood. Go to strikeforceenergy.com today. Get a 10-pack, 40-pack, 750-milliliter bottle. They'll ship it anywhere in the entire world. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off on that. Last but not least, Postmates.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Yeah, did you just give me a... Postmates is the best in the biz if you're having anything delivered to your house. If you're hungover, congratulations,
It
man.
is
Roll over to that
the
Postmates
way.
app. Promo code REVOLUTION gets you $100 off in free delivery fees. Somebody said they're doing sometimes like just the first 7 days they're doing free delivery fees on that. I'll get confirmation, but either way, go to Postmates, man, and use the promo code REVOLUTION. You will get $100 off there. And you can order anything. KFC, what I wouldn't do for
Oh
a
my
bucket of
God.
KFC right now.
Police.
If I could dump my balls in a fucking big old bowl of chicken right now, I'd be the happiest SOB alive. You know? One of those days where you're hungover and you're just like, man, I just want to take off my shirt, get some mashed potatoes and gravy and pour it all over my chest. You know?
Yeah.
Just unwind.
Oh.
Yeah, think about yesteryear.
Yeah.
Maybe watch Tiger win his first Masters, you know? Ugh, just enjoy my life.
Yesteryear.
Yeah, go to
You're so
Postmates right
dumb.
now. Use promo code REVOLUTION for $100 in free delivery fees, Jabes.
Oh, yes.
The world is getting crazier and crazier, and we're here for all of it. We're here for all of it. I go up and down. I've had some up days and I've had some down days during all this. Like, yeah. Even the top of the week, I was just like, all right.
Weren't feeling good or liking
Wasn't
it?
feeling good.
Okay.
Then there's days where I'm like, all right, fuck it. I guess this is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And
I'm just tired of talking about it.
same. But there was something that we had talked about a few times over the last month. Somebody actually did. There is college kids in Alabama
Okay.
who are throwing COVID parties.
Ah, yes.
The first one to get the coronavirus wins. There's like a pot of money, and you get to have a nice little fun vacay for that if you get coronavirus. You and I have talked about this many times.
Yeah.
Does everybody go out and get the goddamn thing and just get it and get on with their life?
We got it last night. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first step. Oh, you think you got it last night?
Look, you guys.
Yeah.
There's no way that one person that came was not exposed.
Probably. I've already had it, so it doesn't really matter. I don't give a shit. That's why I'm like,
You need to get an antibody test. You don't want to prove that you had it?
no, I'll go for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, so get an antibody
Well, here's
test
what my
if you
doctor
have
said.
it,
He goes,
yeah.
look, man, save these fucking tests for people who actually need it because the cases are going to get worse.
But the antibody
And I
test
agree
is
with
different.
It is different. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. So the antibody test will show if you had it.
Oh, great.
And
where
then-
do I get that at? I'll go.
Yeah, just your doctor. I mean, whatever.
I'll go
wherever
to-
they're doing whatever.
I'll go to Dr. Freezy before I leave.
Yeah, just see if he's doing it. I'm not sure. But if you get tested for it, that means you had it and you're good. You can't get it again.
Yeah.
Or you just have the antibodies. I don't know.
Great.
I don't know if you
What
have
is it,
to
a blood
have-
sample or something?
Probably.
God damn it. I hate fucking needles.
We know.
Why can't we just swab shit, dude? Why are we not there
Dude,
yet?
by the way, that swab that they do in the nose like that, no.
Totally fine.
No, thank you.
Totally fine
I
with
would
it.
much rather have needles everywhere.
You ever plow down a gator tail? Huh? Just a long rip of cocaine. If you're
no.
fine with that in this life, taking a little swab up the old nose, you're good to go. Good to go. I had to have one of those cameras put in my nose one time. Yeah.
For what?
I had
Did they want to find out what was wrong with you
yes, I had
in your brain?
no, in my throat. I had mono in college, and my throat it was about the size of a baseball, and my throat was closing up, and I couldn't breathe, and I thought I was going to die. And the guy's like, "Look, man, I've got to give you this thing immediately to figure out what's going on." It was a camera on one of those snakes, like those tubes. it goes all the way up, and they had to numb my nose out first, and then they put the camera up and go down into your throat. The worst, most uncomfortable thing that I've gone through yet, I think. There's a onesie twosies on that, but I have one in my butt one time, my beehole.
They put you out for that one, don't they?
No, they do not put you out for
Oh,
that. They put you on your
should.
side, and then you get to see the inside of your asshole, like Dennis Quaid in fucking Inner Space. So I'm watching that on TV, and I was just like, man, the thoughts that were going through my mind. I'm not gonna lie, I took a little something before I went in, winky, wink, wink, because I knew that was not gonna be sweet. So I popped.
Ecstasy?
You imagine taking pure MDMA, getting a camera in the ass, and I'm like, leave it in.
Bro.
Leave it in. There's some other parts I want
Yeah.
to explore.
I popped a little Viagra first. I mean, what do you pop? I don't know.
Something for pain, Jade.
Oh, sorry. I was just like not sure what it was.
Yeah. But in the nose, there's nothing you could really do. And like at that point, when I had to rush myself to the hospital because I couldn't breathe. They put this camera in there and they were like, hey, this is not going to be sweet. And it was awful, right? So they did the test and homeboy's like, hey, man, you have about 3 hours until your throat completely closes up and you're going to die. So he goes, you're going to be here. You're going to be in the hospital for a while. We don't know how long. And go home, pack a bag, and come back immediately. And I was like, all right. And he goes, I would eat something, go through the drive-thru, eat something. Because he goes, you're not going to be eating for a few days either. And I was like, oh, shit. So that's... I was in the hospital, I think, for 3 or 4 days after that, and it was dangerous. But that was super uncomfortable, unbelievably uncomfortable. I feel the same way about getting blood.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I do not like needles. I get that uncomfortable.
We
queasiness.
know, but we're gonna have to do something about it. We need to.
I'll do it.
Some kind of
I'll take whatever test it is. I'm fine with it.
No, but I mean, we need to do something about the needles. I don't know if it's like. I think there's some kind of therapy that you can do when you're like
Some type of hypnosis.
It's hypnosis, or it's like what is it? Where it's like not immersion, but like conversion therapy. What I don't know.
Whatever it is, I'm down.
Basically, you just like do something all the time, or like whatever, and you like go through this thing.
I'd love to start rocking.
Oh, where they make you not gay anymore. No, not that one.
No, not that.
Not the-
conversion
not
therapy.
that one,
James,
not
that
that
was the wrong phrase.
Not that one.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying.
My husband needs to go to conversion therapy so he's not gay anymore.
Yeah.
Come on, Jesse.
No,
we're
I'm
not
fine
that type
with you
of
being
show.
gay. I'm fine with you being gay.
We're not that
We
type
don't
of
need
show
to,
here.
We don't need to change that.
But yes, I agree. Because look, Daddy'd love to be hopped up on the HGH, right? Everybody else who's taking this shit looks fantastic, and it's just, yes, I want to do it, but you have to give yourself an injection in the stomach every day. I heard the needle isn't that big, but either way, if I can find some hypnosis to get over that, get those pictures out of my face, Alec.
Yeah.
I cannot watch any form of
It's
needles
something like
going
that where it's
into
going to be like
something.
shoved in your face like that.
Can't
You're going
do
to
it.
have some kind of
I don't
crazy...
need to do it live on air. Yeah,
No,
we're not
I'm just
converting
saying.
me live
We're
on
not
air.
going to do it right now, but like it's going to be
Jeez.
something
Our
like
producer Alec just showed like 9,000 needles going into arms, toes, eyeballs, and I'm like, I don't even see any of that shit, bro.
that. Eyeball?
Yeah, I'm not. You're gonna talk me through it on the show today.
Right.
But I agree. I'm down, and
Yeah, you
if
should.
that exists out there, I'd love to do it.
Yeah.
Because look, if Daddy can start taking needles, shit. You kidding me? How do you think Chris Pratt got fucking in shape for Guardians of the Galaxy?
Right.
HGH, homeboy. Ryan Reynolds and fucking Blade. HGH, homeboy. Mm-hmm. The only one person who's
What are
been
you
on about it
saying?
is
HGH?
HGH,
Oh,
homeboy.
okay. HGH, homeboy.
Rob McElhaney from pop up.
From...
Pop up that
Oh,
side by
yeah,
side
yeah.
of Chris Pratt. So you're telling me he magically got from that type of shape to that type of shape in 4 months without HGH, homeboy? You're
No,
crazy,
he's in
dude.
He's in his 30s.
No, he's
Yeah.
not.
He's not?
No, Chris Pratt's like what, 40? Probably he's
He
41.
literally just turned 40 if he's a day.
Chris Pratt is probably he's 41. I called it. Come on, man. HGH, homeboy. Jack my shit up. I'm ready to go to that next level. And you're gonna have my word on this one. If I can get over this fear of needles and I'm able to take some HGH, homeboy, I will come on air and tell you. I'll be like, hey man, Ross, you look great, man. How are you? This is fucking shredded. Man, it's been a lot of eating well, trying to cut salt out. I've definitely cut beer out of my system. And HGH, homeboy, jack me up.
Right.
Good to go.
Right.
And I'll tell you straight to your face. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you that you can be a better person by eating cleaner. And yeah, you can get as shredded as that. Pull up these pictures. Yeah.
That's what
HGH, homeboy.
we were talking about it on Broettes. It just makes life so unattainable.
Oh, seeing this?
Just
yes,
everything.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
We were talking about a mom blogger that, you know, it was just like she just looked great.
A mom blogger? I'm going with like famous movie stars and shit. Yes, and there's this one mom blogger
No.
that's
So
really got my goat.
it's in the same kind of vein of what I'm talking about. Would love for you to let me finish a sentence.
I will.
That would be
Jessie.
fucking great.
You said mom blogger, and my mind exploded.
Because you love
But go
that
ahead.
word. But anyway. So she like looked great and she could like was always doing crafts with her kids and she was just like the mom of the year, right? And they're just so perfect and their house is all white and it's always clean, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was just like, God, like what the fuck? Who? We feel like shit, all these people. They come out, a lot of them came out and said, we're on high doses of Adderall.
Yeah.
High doses.
Yeah.
We're on the XL, like a couple of them just to kind of take away the stigma or whatever. But to me, I'm just like, it makes a life so unattainable.
Yeah.
Everyone's on HGH. Everyone's on Adderall. Everyone's like, so if you're just a normal person, like you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you are. You're a piece of
Or
shit.
nannies, they're like, how are you having 5 kids and look like that?
Yeah.
And have a successful
100%.
channel in Waco.
And
you know what I mean?
I would love to do it, see the results, come on air, and then tell you about it. And here's why. Because I've had serious conversations about like doing HGH, right, with 2 different doctors now, and then a friend of mine who is on it and is fucking shredded at age 50, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
And I said, look, what's the real shit of this? You know, when I sat down with the doctor, I was like, what's the real fucking shit of this? And he goes, look, man, if you're rich and you can afford, you know, I think it's I want to say he said $1,200 a month or $1,250 a month, you know, to do HGH every day and get injections. Yeah, right?
But then you have to.
You have to do it every day. And he goes, you have to
You have to do it forever.
you have to maintain it, right? And he goes, you can come off of it, but your body will just turn into a fucking tub of shit afterwards, right?
Yeah, I don't think you could come off of it.
Well, yeah, you can't. But here's the thing. If this is a part of your daily life, like everything else in this world, that means something to you, you get used to it after a while, right? The $1,250 thing is fine. Yes, we can afford that and do this whole shit. The biggest mental hurdle is knowing that you're going to be doing this every day for the rest of your life, having to do this every day. If it becomes like waking up and taking a vitamin every morning, right, which is what we do and everybody else does in America, it's just like, all right, then maybe you get used to that. And I asked him, I was like, what are the benefits of this? And he's like, the biggest benefit of all time is he goes, you work out, because I work out maybe 6 days a week on average, right? I usually take 1 day off. And he goes, if you maintain that schedule, just working out 6 days a week, he goes, you will be absolutely fucking 6-pack shredded for all of this. And he goes, you'll be able, more importantly, you'll be able to eat and drink what you want. And he goes, you're not going to go crazy and eat a fucking large pizza every goddamn night.
Right.
But he goes, once a week, he goes, you'll be able to have Friday fun days with your kids and be able to eat pizza and not feel guilty about it the next day.
dream.
He goes, you'll be able to have beers with the people in the fucking neighborhood and poker and whatever without feeling guilty about it of like, oh man, I had 3 craft beers last night. Am I going to be up fucking 3 pounds on the scale the next day? You'll be able to do all of that. And he goes, being able to live a normal life with not having to worry about what society and everybody else thinks about you. He goes, that's what's worth the real money of this and all this other shit. And I was like, God damn it, man. That's right.
Well, it's called exposure therapy. Thank you, Nico. Exposure therapy.
For needles?
For anything like that you're scared
I'll
of,
look
that you're
into it.
afraid of, whatever.
I'll look
So
into
if
it.
you really want to go down that path, you're gonna have to get
I'm down with
over-
it. Austin's got a bunch of shit like this. Like I've been looking into some other shit. Like we had a guest on. She didn't talk about it on air, but we talked about it before. I'm not gonna say who it was, but on Drinkin Bros, and she was doing microdosing with like a therapist, and they sit there with you and you go through the whole thing, and you know there's somebody there, and you take these microdoses of shit, and then you talk about your life and everything else, right? For me, I would love to do it just to clear out the fucking hard drive up here because it's full. I'm doing 62 shows a month, and writing books. I sold another fucking TV show and all these meetings and blah, 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 right? I'd love to be able to clear out half of what is in my brain and just kind of reset and be like, all right, great. Now I can fucking unload again. And then when it gets full, go back and whatever. Yeah. And the people that have done it have said the same thing, that it really does help in that form. I know Rogan's talked about it endless times, but his was DMT in this case. Yeah. But yeah, like shit like that, they are out there and it exists. I'd like to try that just as a normal person and come on and be like, all right, great. Here's what really fucking happened with it. Because we never really hear the real stories from people. And I think that's why everybody gravitated to Rogan when he was talking about DMT. He had real experiences and talked about it like a normal goddamn human versus like, I went off to the jungle with this fucking Peruvian thing and changed my life and I was better to my sister and everything else. And you're just like, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear the real shit. Oh, okay. So I think these people exist in Austin, and it's like, I know one of them does. Like, so I'd be down to try any of these people and then come on air and talk about it and be like, all right, here was the real shit about it. What was the name of that therapy? Exposure
therapy.
Okay.
So you're going to be exposed to a lot of what you're scared of. It's stuff like that. You know, like if you're scared of heights, they like make you go. You know what I mean?
I am that, like, I am afraid of heights.
You're not afraid of heights. You're just not super excited about them.
I get nervous when I'm on a tall thing. Like my palms get sweaty. Like that Doc Free Solo. Have you ever seen that with the fucking guy who climbs rocks?
Oh my God, I
pull up the guy from Free
it
Solo, Alec.
Unreal. I've talked about it on here
Yeah.
before.
So this fucking guy, I watched the doc with this guy, and no, he's got no ropes or strings or carabiners or anything like that. You can tell my knowledge of rock climbing is vast.
Sure.
By the way,
strings or ropes.
Ropes or beams or carabiners. He wasn't wearing a JanSport. Look at that. Yeah, put that picture up on the air. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Climbing these mountains. This, like, looking at this right now, my palms are sweating looking at it of like, okay, well, he's going to fall. And
so you've got a lot of shit that you need to deal with.
Needles and heights. That's it. Those are the only two.
I think
what else?
Well, we just discovered the heights thing. I'm sure we could think of a number of other things.
Needles and heights is my only two weaknesses.
A bug, like a big bug.
Don't care about that. Snakes, all that other shit. I don't care about that. Wild animals, whatever, man.
Okay.
Don't care. Needles and heights is my only two weird shit that I'm like, oh man, I haven't been able to crack the code on this, and that's it. Like, and I feel pretty normal as a human for that. Those are my twosies. What do you got? What are your two? Well, I know number one, obviously, your motion sickness.
It's not a fear, though.
No, but it's something weird that pops up late in life that you can't explain.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know the answer to it?
I always bring everything back to hormones, because it was like after I had. And Dr. Frank, when we had him on, like, kind of confirmed that, where it's like after I had my first kid, you're just off. Like, and hormones, as you know, are like a huge thing that can, like, whatever. So I've heard it a lot where it's like before I fucking had my kids, I could do all kinds of shit. And now I'm like, get sick at the drop of a hat. Right. As far as like motion sickness and stuff. So motion sickness, fears? I don't know.
Eesh.
Right? Like, I don't, heights is, unless I'm literally like hanging like that, meh.
You can walk over a bridge and look over the other side?
Yeah, 100%. Ugh. 100%. Yeah, needles are fine.
All right.
It's the it's the when they don't get it and the bruise thing, like thinking about that, but I could do it all day.
You don't like pee-pee poo-poo talk. So.
I don't like pee-pee poo-poo talk, but I am, I deal with it daily.
Yeah. Obviously. We're in an office full of dudes, and that's all we talk about all day.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in general, I change poopy diapers. And
yeah. Obviously.
You know, pick poop up.
You're lucky I don't have that diaper fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I'm lucky well, you said you were afraid of changing diapers, right? Or was that a lie?
No.
Oh, I'm just wondering why you don't do it. But
Jessie
I'm
Wiseman.
joking. You do. He's already pooped when you got home.
He's already pooped out by the time I get home from work.
He's already dumped out.
Two, he knows, like, he side eyes me, like if I'm in the room, and he'll hold it and he'll be like, I'm not shitting in front of Dad.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
that's not true, but
it is. It is. He knows. He knows me. We have a mutual respect.
Many times I'll be like, you fucking smelt this?
My 1.5
He's been
year old
running around.
could be farting all day. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
No.
You wouldn't
And by
know.
the time he runs past me, he's in another room, and it's like, all right, cool, man. We'll
The
figure
fun
it out.
ones are when you like take the diaper out for the tub and you don't realize that he pooped and then it falls onto the ground.
Oh.
That's always fun. That's
You
a
have
fun
to,
one.
You have to rewash him off.
You guys know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
we do.
get it.
We do.
You guys get it.
We do. We do get it.
Or poop in the
Jades.
bathtub. That one's a fun too. That one's a fun one.
The poop in the bathtub's
You
the
still
worst.
do that?
'Cause
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like, God
yeah.
damn it, man. They were already clean. Now there's you get a little shit tub full
And
of
I'm
stuff.
always just like the pink eye situation. I don't know. I'm just like that pink eye situation.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll call that a fear.
Maybe. Maybe
Never
not.
had it. Don't want it.
Of course. Oh, pink eye?
Yeah.
I've had it. I've had pink eye. It's nothing really. Nah. No bigs on that one.
Yeah, but everybody knows that you had poop in your eye.
I didn't know at the time that was what it was caused by, and then somebody told me, they were like, hey man, you get poopy in your eye, and I was just like, oh shit. But when I was re-examining the night before, who knows, man?
Sure.
I watched a guy shit from the second story onto a card table underneath. I did. Inside a house,
At the
too.
party?
No, yeah, we were inside a house. And that was I can think back to like the hardest times I've ever laughed in my entire life. That was one of them. There was there's an Ohio card game, and I'm not really big on cards. Like sports gambling, I'm one of the very best to do it. Card games, I don't have the patience for it. You know me. I don't have the patience to sit there through poker or all that other shit, right? So there's a game
You
called...
have a fear of patience, yeah.
Not a fear of patience. It's just like, hey, man, let's speed this up. I've got other shit to do here.
Oh, my God.
I'd rather be working on something rather
my
than
God.
sitting there playing cards for fucking 9 hours while people are chewing on cigars, telling stories of yesteryear. Like, I don't need to... That's the second time I've used that word today. Kudos to me. Pat on the back.
All right.
Pinochle. Pinocle's the
Oh,
game,
yeah,
kids.
yeah.
I
Heard
don't
of it.
know that
I've
game.
heard of it.
It is an Ohio card game that is very famous, and people who grow up in Ohio play Pinochle, right? So there was this tournament every year called Mort Cooper, and forgive me if I've told this story before. We're on episode like 9,000 here, so I don't remember shit at this point, whether or not I've told this story. It was based on a suit that was bought at a thrift store. And it was a joke of a suit. And it was like, oh, who makes that? And inside the suit, it said it was made by Mort Cooper. And it was like, oh, the famous suit maker, Mort
Oh,
Cooper.
yeah. We
That is
all
a
know.
beautiful suit.
Yeah.
So they named this Pinochle tournament Mort Cooper at the fraternity house.
funny.
Right?
I like
Yeah,
it.
it was funny. And you dress up in shitty suits.
Sure.
And then there was tables set up all throughout the house. And it was a huge Pinochle tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to play, so I never got in on it. I just used to get drunk and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hammered, wearing a shitty suit, watching it. And like, people take it really fucking seriously in Ohio. And I was just like, oh, all right, cool. This guy, whatever happened with whatever card he got or didn't get or whatever, had accused this other guy of cheating, and the other guy started laughing at him, and whatever, things escalated. He threw his cards down. They were pushing each other for a little bit, had to be separated, and he was like, fuck you, and just tears off upstairs, right? Well, there's a second story in this thing, and it was the old governor's mansion in Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio, which should be renamed Flavortown, if you do the right thing, Columbus. But he goes up to the second story of the thing, and it's high. It's probably, I would say, a good 20 feet, right? Down to the next floor. He pulls his pants up, puts his ass over the banister, and the table is directly underneath it, and violently shits from that floor, and it lands dead in the middle of the table, and it's just splatter, 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 splatter. And I'm watching all of this unfold. I am able to see the shit exit his asshole, and then I'm judging whether or not this is going to hit anybody, but also I'm not saying anything because either way, it's a win, right? If it hits somebody, it's hilarious. If it lands on the table, it's hilarious. Either way, it is a total win.
God.
It goes smack in the middle of the fucking table, this turd, this hot, wet turd. I can smell it. Sorry.
God, you're gonna puke.
I got a little choked up. I could still smell this to this very day. Smell is our strongest sense, kids. Want you to realize that. Hits this table, and this guy was already angry anyways, who was playing, and he just fucking erupts, tears up the stairs. Homeboy's got to pull up his pants real quick, and we've got to try to hold these people back. Meanwhile, holding in this laughter of like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen of all time. Like, boss move. And he didn't have time to wipe, so he just pulled up real quick. I don't know what he did the rest of the night. I have no idea on this.
Right.
You're wearing these suits anyways. You could probably wipe with that and then just chuck it out in the trash. It was the biggest power move I've ever seen in real life, where you get so angry over losing a card game that you walk up the stairs, pull down your pants, and shit all over the table where everybody's playing the card game that you just lost at. It was standing O.
Wow.
I can like in person. There's a couple events that I've missed live in person that I wish I was at. Tiger Woods winning that Masters a couple years ago. Maybe Whitney Houston singing the Star Spangled Banner at the Super Bowl.
Sure.
And then if I would have missed this would have been the most devastating thing of all time. But,
Right.
I was there for that. Yeah.
Didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. So, if I would have heard that story and not seen it in person,
Right.
fuck me, man.
So sad.
Yep.
So sad.
Probably would have gotten a villa in Alsace where Bourdain was and just called it a day, you know? Wrapped up and called it a day. But I got to see that shit exit a human's asshole onto a table and from 2 stories up. Bravo, sir. Bravo.
That's fine.
I don't know where this guy is today. I don't even remember his name, to be honest with you. But he's a hero. And, you know, if somebody's listening from college, reach out. I'll try to get some form of trophy made for him. You know?
Right.
Imagine taking that into the trophy house. Hey, guys, I need something a little different. What do you need, a T-ball trophy? Got plenty of those. Actually, no, I need a banister of a man shitting, and I want that midair and then a table underneath and then angry faces looking up.
Yeah.
And that would be the greatest thing of all time.
Oh, I've got one already made. You know what I mean? I'll just put the plaque on it. Funny you say that. Yeah.
What's his last name? I'll
Just
engrave
right
it
on
real
the
quick.
shelves.
Yeah.
We have 5 or 6 of those.
I can actually export this to you real quick.
Yeah.
Huh? You ready to go? It's great. Fun times
Love
today,
it.
James. We learned a lot, we laughed a lot, and we loved a lot.
We really did.
We did. We're going to record a show tomorrow for Monday's episode.
Oh, we are.
Yes, because
Okay.
I'm going to be on the road. You were flying to California.
Okay.
This will be the last live show inside this studio for Jabes in the state of North Carolina.
I know.
Yeah. Do you remember where you were when the Jables left us?
So we're not doing live tomorrow. Okay.
No, because we gotta
All right.
record for
It's
Monday.
so
'Cause
weird.
I'm gonna be on the
Like,
road.
I'm
and,
really in denial about it.
the Nooner crew, we love you, and just
Love
know
you.
as
We're
soon
gonna
as
be
we
back.
set up shop in Austin. So I think I've got a studio booked in Austin for next Thursday.
Perfect.
So we will be live on YouTube as of next Thursday. I've got to drive a car out. You guys are flying. I've got to drive one of the cars out and then come back at some point. I'll be back in this studio doing Drinkin Bros with Dan and everything for a couple weeks as we transition and everything else.
And
But
then
this is
I
our-
will
our
be-
Jesse's last live show here.
Yeah. I will be zooming in though, right?
Who's zooming who?
Right?
It's a song from the 80s.
I want to continue. I don't want there to be too much time before we go live with the Nooners. So
Yeah. So it'll be figured out and quick.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. But it's going to take Daddy. It's a 20-hour drive from here to Austin. So it's going to
Gotcha.
take Daddy a couple days in that car. We will still have shows, but it's going to take Daddy a couple days in the car.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I apologize.
you guys won't be too affected. That was a big burp.
Yeah,
you guys won't be
gross.
too affected, and can't wait to get back in the live.
Yes.
The live feed. Thank you guys who came out. Tyler.
Yes. Give some shouts out here to everybody in the
Tyler
Nooner
Morris.
crew. Yes. The Hawk.
The Hawk, as always.
Jaron Carter. Ooh.
Julia Kirkus. We got no
Yeah,
Rihanna.
Craigers.
Sorry, we got no broettes.
Craigers is asking for a single shot of and goodbye on the way out. I can accommodate that.
Okay.
Let's get through the rest of the shout outs. Bobby G is in here. Tyler Morris.
We got
Ruben
Jacob
Schneider.
Nickel Craigers.
Brad Harridan he says it's 3:48 a.m. here in Australia, and I just joined the group. Glad I made it for this epic story of the shit from the second story.
Lord.
You're welcome, Brad, and welcome,
You're
dude.
welcome and welcome.
And g'day, mate. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Out in Australia.
Oi.
Buffalo Man. That's a power move. Rihanna's in here.
The Rube.
Doom Donuts. Nico the Greco. Was Ruben first in the room today? Yeah. Ruben was first in the room. Guy's a fucking wizard. Brian
Somehow.
English. David Wagner. Love you guys. Reed Whites.
No Buffalo Man. It's not pre-recorded. It's fucking live.
This show? Yeah, the show's fucking live, dude. You want to prove it to you? I'll pull my dick out right now.
Tell him to do something.
Yeah, YouTube's not going to stop me from pulling my dong out. But everybody's here.
Yeah.
Want to remind
But
everybody to go to iTunes and rate this show a 5. Give it a 5-star and give it a quick review. It really does help move us up the charts in that. Let's accommodate the fans here, Giorgio, and go to a single of Jabe's to end the show. And I will give you just a few bars from Candle in the Wind.
Oh, thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
Let me pull up. I don't even know the lyrics to that offhand.
Oh, you don't?
I know like one. The rest of it's kind of just gibberish for me. Yeah. I wish we had a full like 36-piece orchestra.
Oh,
to
yeah.
do this too, but
Yeah,
you know,
you wish.
One can hope and dream.
You wish. Danoff is not in here.
Big Dick Danoff. Let's see. He's probably working.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. Though I never knew you at all. Long ago.
I'm voguing.
In your harmonize. I would like to know you. I was just a kid.
Oh, okay.
Your candle burned long.
Thanks.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Your
do you like on the
legend
single
never
shot, I still can't even
did.
talk?
Jesse, that was me singing to you.
I know,
Now
Ross.
I'm just going to leave it on a single.
I know, Ross.
I'm just going to leave it on a single with James.
Oh my
I love
gosh,
everyone.
you guys. But look, I'm not like leaving. I'm just leaving this studio. God, this goodbye tour has been very hard. This goodbye tour has been hard because I like to not think about it. I'm a procrastinator even with my emotions. So I just like, I'm not even feeling it. And then now it's becoming real. Love you guys. I will see you in, I'm guessing, a couple weeks at the very least, right? Ross?
You're all alone. That's what happens when you don't have the hombre around you. You'll see everybody next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
You'll be live next Thursday.
Love you guys. Love this group. Love these days.
Nooners.
Bye.